Hello and welcome to Toy and Stitches. In this video, we're going to be making these simple and quick crochet pouches, which are a great way to use up leftover yarn, and they also make great last-minute gifts. To make my little pouch, I'm using some DK weight acrylic yarn, and I'm going to be using a 4mm hook. You're also going to need a tapestry needle and some scissors, so grab your supplies and let's get started. I'm going to start off with a slip knot. And I'm going to place the slip knot on my hook, and I'm going to be chaining 15. You want your starting chain to be about 2.5 to 3 inches because that's how wide you want your pouch to be. For me, I'm going to be chaining 15. So go ahead and chain until you have about 2.5 to 3 inches, and I'll meet you when I'm done with my chain. All right, so I have my 15 chains, and I'm going to be using the extended single crochet for this pouch. So in the second chain from the hook, I'm going to insert my hook, and you want to work into the back loop of your chain because we're going to be working down this side of the chain and then we're going to work along both sides of the chain. So we're going to go down the back and then we're going to come around the front. So in the second chain from the hook, you're going to insert your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull up a loop. You're going to yarn over, pull through the first loop, and then yarn over, pull through both loops. And that's our first extended single crochet. I'll do that with you again. Insert your hook into your chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first loop on your hook, and then yarn over, pull through both loops. And one more time, insert your hook into your next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through your first loop, yarn over, pull through both loops on your hook. And now we've worked our first 3 extended single crochets. So now we're just going to continue working like that all the way until we get to the end of the chain. So go ahead and work your extended single crochet stitches all the way down your chain, and I'll meet you when you get to the end of the chain and show you how we're going to come around the other side. I'm at the end of my chain, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work another stitch right into the last chain that I worked into. So I'm just going to insert into my last chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first loop, yarn over, pull through the last 2. And now I'm going to turn my chain around, and right where my slip knot is, this strand at the back here is what I'm going to be inserting my hook under to work another extended single crochet. So now essentially I have worked 3 stitches into my last chain, and now I'm going to be working into the other side of each chain, going down the other side. So now to work into my next stitch, I'm going to insert my hook under this loop right here and work an extended single crochet. And now I'm going to insert my hook under this loop right here. And every time you work a stitch, you want to look for the loop. So we've just worked into this stitch right here, and now you have a loop that's coming from left to right, sort of into that chain that you just worked into. That's the loop you want to pull up for your next stitch. So just pull up that loop there and work your stitch. And you're going to continue working just like that all the way down until you get to the end of the chain. So continue working like that, and I'll meet you when I get to the end. All right, so I'm at the end here and I've worked into the final chain, but I'm going to want to work 2 stitches right here. And how you know that you're at the end of your chain, if you turn your work this way, you'll see the top of the first stitch you made, and then this is the chain that we skipped. So the loop right below this chain is the one you want to be sure that you're working into. I've already worked 1 stitch here, and I'm going to work another one. I'm just going to work another extended single crochet. Before I slip stitch to my first stitch to start working in the round, I want to just count and make sure that I have the correct number of stitches. So when I started, I chained 15, and going down the first side, I had 14 stitches. So at the end of your first round here, you should have twice as many stitches as you chained plus 2. So I chained 15 at the end of my first side of my chain. I had 14 stitches. So then I should have 28 plus 2, which should give me 30 stitches all the way around, because you're going to double your starting number plus 2, because we did an extra stitch at the end of each side of our chain. So I have my 30 stitches. So now I'm just going to slip stitch to my first stitch to join, and then we're going to start working in the round. So now I am going to chain 1, and I'm going to work an extended single crochet in each stitch all the way around. So I'm just going to insert into my first stitch and work an extended single crochet, and I'm going to do that in every stitch all the way around. I'm not going to be doing any more increasing. I'm just going to start working in the round. So go ahead and work 1 extended single crochet in each stitch all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of my round, so I'm just going to slip stitch to my first stitch to join the round, and then I'm going to continue repeating round 2 until my piece measures about 3 inches. So I'm going to just work each round like I did my previous, just working an extended single crochet in each stitch all the way around until our pouch is about 3 inches high, and then come back and we will add the eyelets that we use to put our little tie string in, and then we'll finish it off. So go ahead and work until you're at about 3 inches, and then we'll continue working to create the eyelets that we're going to put our string through. So once your pouch gets to about 3 inches, your next round is going to be a round of single crochet. So now all I'm going to do is I've slip stitch, join my round. So for this next round, I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to work a single crochet in my first stitch. And then I'm going to work a single crochet in each stitch all the way around. So go ahead and work a single crochet in each stitch all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of my round. I'm just going to finish my last stitch, and then I'm going to slip stitch to my first single crochet to join the round. And now our next round, we're going to create our eyelets. So I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to work a single crochet in this first stitch. Now I'm going to chain 1, skip my next stitch, and work a single crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to chain 1 again, skip the next stitch, and then work a single crochet in the following 3 stitches. And that's all we're going to repeat all the way around until we have 3 stitches left. We're just going to be chaining 1, skipping 1 stitch, working a single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you when you have 3 stitches left. All right, so now I'm at the point where I have 3 stitches left. So all we're going to do to finish off the round is we're going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, and then work a single crochet in the last 2 stitches. Now we're going to slip stitch to our first single crochet. And now our next round, we're now going to work another round of single crochet. We're going to chain 1, single crochet in the first stitch. And now you're going to single crochet into this chain space. I'm going to work a single crochet in there, and then a single crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and now we're at our next chain space. We're going to insert our hook into the space, work a single crochet, and we're just going to continue doing that all the way around, working a single crochet in each stitch and into the chain space all the way around. So continue doing that, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of my round. I'm just going to work into my last 2 stitches. Now I'm going to slip stitch to my first stitch. And now from this point, what we're going to be doing is we're going to go back to working the extended single crochet, but before you start, you just want to measure to see where you are. So right now I am at about 3.5 inches. So I'm only going to be working another 2 or 3 rounds until I get to about 4 inches. So for my next round, I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to work an extended single crochet in this first stitch. So we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first loop, yarn over, pull through both loops on our hook. And we're going to continue doing that in each stitch all the way around for another round or 2. I'm going to do 3 more rounds. So I'm going to work 3 more rounds of extended single crochet and then I'll come back, we'll measure, and then we'll move on to making our little string. All right, so I finished my 3 rounds, so now I'm just going to measure to see how tall my little pouch is. And I am at 4¼ inches, and that's good for me. You want it to be an inch taller than it is wide, and mine is about 3 inches wide, so now I'm 4 inches tall, and I'm okay with that. So now I'm just going to cut my yarn and fasten off. And I'm going to put this aside. And now for our little tie string, I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm not making an I-cord or anything. I'm just going to make a chain. And I'm going to make a chain of about 10 inches. So I'm just going to make a slip knot. Put it on my hook. And I'm going to chain nice and tight until my chain is 10 inches long. So as I said, you want to make your chains nice and tight. So just go ahead and chain nice and tight until your chain is about 10 inches, and I'll meet you when I'm done with my chain. All right, so I'm about finished with my chain. I have a little bit more than 10 inches, but that's okay. Doesn't have to be exact. I now have a chain as long as I want it to be, so I am going to cut my yarn. And I'm just going to fasten off, pull it nice and tight. And now I'm just going to weave my chain through the eyelets. So I'm just going to pull up and I'm just going to use my finger and just stick it in. And then I'll find the next one, and then just push it through from the inside. And I'm just going to continue pushing it in and out until I get back around to the other side. And once I have my string in, I just want to pull on it just to even out, make sure they're at the same length. And then I'm just going to tie a knot on the end. Just like that, and do the same on the other side. And then now I'm just going to cut these little strings off. And then I will weave in this last tail here. And then we're done. You have a nice little pouch that you can use. You can put gift cards in it. You can use it to store stuff. It's a quick and fun project that is very useful. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Until next time, take care and bye for now.